And we should be live. I was waiting for the I was waiting for the wrong logo. I was looking at the recording logo, and there's a different logo for the streaming. So nice. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome back finally to a Twitch stream. Holy shit! As we are back for episode 9, part number 9 of TEW 2020. Here comes the money mod, which is, of course, an alternate reality where WCW lived and was legitimately owned by Shane McMahon. And of course, with me today is Bill, my co-booker.
Hello.
We booked this one together. Then we have our co-op one where we each book a company, with me booking WWE and Bill booking AEW. And then we have the newest series, which is done in Pro Wrestling Sim, which is my solo booking run, with Bill kind of acting as an audience member to my booking in the 2006 landscape of the WWE, with what's called the Extreme Revival mod, which is based around when ECW returned in 2006. So if you haven't checked out all these series, go check them out. This one, I think, this one actually might not be our number one technically anymore, because one of the parts of the 2006 one did banger numbers. But this one might still be number one technically overall. So if you're watching this one and haven't checked out the other ones, go check them out, because we've put a we've put some good time and love into these series to put out there. So appreciate any and all support. But we are finally back, part 9, and we are here to book none other than the Great American Bash 2001. You got any words for us, Bill? I've kind of been stealing the show here so far.
No, you've been pretty much running through the necessary introductory stuff.
It has been a while since we've done this series, so we've mainly done the 2006 one recently because it's the easiest one to get up and going. Because I'm in control of all the booking, so I just have to have my booking done, and then Bill joins me, and we're good. So we have to put a little more work in this one and the co-op one though. So that's sometimes there might be a little hiatus every so often, but we will come back.
Yes.
Anyways, I don't think we really have anything we need to specifically look at before we go in. We will check out what we
We
booked.
left off on pay-per-view day, didn't we?
Yeah, we're on the Sunday. So pretty much the only thing we probably have to, we'll just look at what we booked last episode to kind of refresh everybody
Yeah,
and
refresh
ourselves where we
everyone.
left off. So I guess
I have
we'll
a
go.
pretty good idea where we're going with this one still.
Yeah, this one's easier to keep track of than the co-op one. Where do I want to go to see that? I mean, I can go right here.
Events and TV, I think.
This is the last one? Yeah, week 4. Yep. Week 4, June. That's where we are. So this was our last episode of Monday Nitro. Whoa, we're still doing it on Monday. I couldn't remember if we were doing it on Monday still or not. Okay,
Yeah, we're doing Monday.
good.
We're competing with Raw.
I explicitly... Oh, by the way, we've had little changes on the channel, on the YouTube channel, which, by the way, if you... I don't think there's anybody in here that isn't us yet for the stream, but if somebody happens to watch this VOD after all, if you haven't followed us on YouTube, we have we have Route 616 is our YouTube name, because that's the name of the podcast and that's the main product. Go check us out there and leave a like, subscribe, and then leave a like on some of the videos and whatever. But we now have thumbnails on our wrestling series as well, all but the co-op so
Except
far.
for the co-op. We haven't gotten around to that one yet.
Not yet, but they are coming. So hopefully everybody likes the new thumbnails. Some good time and effort put into those. Well, they weren't too hard once we got a format for them, but still. But yeah, this was our last Monday Nitro. I've said that now because I specifically didn't choose a logo for WCW Nitro that was a Monday Nitro, because I couldn't remember if it was done on Monday at the time. That's why it came up. We ran the Midwest. We ran the show in the Midwest because we were making our way through different areas until we got to. We're gonna run this one in the It would be Southwest because it's Texas we were going for, aiming for.
Yeah, we were heading to Texas.
For a specific reason that we'll talk about, of course. So the start of the show was that would have been the last TV
The
title.
show's not actually showing. You're gonna have to
Oh, it's not? Shit. Damn it.
add
Okay.
that window.
Yikes. I thought I had all the windows we needed now, but joke's on me. So one moment, everybody. Apologies. Of course, this is our most technical difficulty on display series as well, but you guys get to see everything live, so
Yeah, this game is not designed to work with streaming.
it's not. Let's see. Is this what I'm looking for? That's not what I want. There we go. That's what I want. There. Then I'm just gonna move it a little bit and make it a little bigger. And now I should never have to worry about that again. There we go. That should look good, I think. It does.
Yep, that's
There we
good.
go. So, I was about to go through it and then you said that, so that's good. We started the show last time with what I believe would have been our TV title tournament semifinal match. The last semifinal match, which saw Rob Van Dam defeat Canyon.
Yeah,
Um,
that was our title match.
so now we know that our finals for the TV title tournament, which we have already decided will take place on the Nitro after this pay per view, is going to be RVD versus Lance Storm. So that's a pretty big matchup, no matter what happens tonight with Lance versus Booker for the U.S. title. Pretty big deal. Then we had Vader defeat Pat Tanaka, which I believe we brought Pat Tanaka in as a local worker for the night because we
Yeah,
just
we
wanted
just
Vader to
needed
squash
someone
with him.
for Vader to maul.
And Pat Tanaka still had pretty good ratings, so we just gave him a shot. He's a good worker, Pat Tanaka.
Yeah, I think we'd been watching like WWF from 1989 that made us think of Pat Tanaka.
Well, I have him in my '92 run as well, so that helped him too. But
Yeah,
I mean, the Orient Express, he was one of the members of that, so
yeah, I'm pretty sure he was directly picked because we had both watched Orient Express matches like right before we recorded that episode.
yeah, definitely. I think that's when I watched the Rockers match, so one of them. And then we had Terry Funk came out and was on the ramp there and cut a little promo on Vader and talks about how he wants to put Vader in his place, and they set up a Texas Deathmatch here at the Great
Which is
American
why we're in
Bash, which
Texas.
is why we're going to be running in Texas because we're doing the old-fashioned way. So Terry's on home turf for this. So how will he perform? We'll find out. We've got Maiko Satomura defeating Dawn Marie as she's working her way through the women's division and making it known she's the top dog.
And
And
our women's division continues to be terrible because we're stuck in 2001 where Vince has hired all the good workers.
yes, uh,
Except for like a couple like Maiko who's Japanese and no one knows in North America, so she doesn't perform well because no one cares.
yeah, got to build that pop. And then we had an angle of Stacy Keebler where she thinks she's ready to take on Maiko. So we'll see how that goes. Um, I think so. Maiko has defeated Dawn Marie and Booker's wife under her
Yeah,
WCW
we had
name.
her defeat Paisley.
Paisley, there it is. I think those are the two she's made her way through. So Stacy's up next, and then we still have Toy Wilson and Francine hasn't been touched either, but I don't know if we'll run that or what.
I think we're keeping Francine away from her deliberately
We were. Um,
because Francine's like she's our big baby face and Francine's going to be our big heel, so we don't want them to meet too early and take the shine off either one of them.
yeah. We wanted to sign China from the WWF, but they went nah and offered her a huge contract. So
And have kept the women's title on her, so there's no way she's going to even consider an offer from someone else.
yes, so we backed away from that. I think if we don't take too long with this pay per view, we might take a look at the women's talent at the end of this just to see if there's
Yeah,
anybody
we
else
can
we can
scroll
sign.
through, see if there's anyone else we can steal. I
Um,
don't think there is. We've been pretty exhaustive, but it's worth another look.
yeah, we haven't like
The problem is most of the known names in independent women's wrestling are in like their first or second year,
yeah.
and we don't want like 15 rookies on the roster.
I think we have Allison Danger's signed and haven't used her yet because we want to build her. I'm pretty sure that might be
Yeah,
the case.
and we looked at a couple others. Like I remember us debating April Hunter, but she wasn't there yet. She at this point she was still just doing eye candy matches,
Which technically
and
is fine for 2001, but it's
it's
not.
fine. But we can't support a roster with like
Yeah.
15 women with no wrestling
We also
ability.
can't get anything out of that with Maiko, so that's not really the greatest.
Yeah, we need people that can actually get in the match and work in the ring and work there. And unfortunately, we're like 3 or 4 years away from the women's wrestling scene in North America as a whole moving in that direction.
Yeah.
We
We'll
might
see.
actually want to check more Japanese people that we can bring over, even though no one knows who they are.
That's why I wanted to specifically flip the female talent filter on, just because there's
Yeah,
probably
we
some
might have to
Japanese talent.
yeah, we might have to just accept that no one's going to care about them for a couple of months, and we just have to bring in people who can work, but no one knows, and build them from scratch.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But also on the last show, next up was we wanted to give AJ Styles a spotlight after he was off TV for a couple weeks, so we got a match and defeated Super Crazy. And that didn't do great just because of people's popularity. So we have to build. AJ's pop has actually built pretty steadily and well, but Super Crazy has none. So
Yeah, and it's built steadily and well, but considering we were working from like a base of something like 6,
yeah, he had something like 16 or I think it was pretty, maybe even a
it
little
was
lower than
like
that, like
6,
12 or
it was
14.
like 12 or 16 in the southwest or southeast, and no one cared anywhere else.
Yeah, something like
He was
that.
like known in Florida, so and a lot of times we're running our first show in a territory, so no one knows him in that area yet.
That's true as well because we're trying to tour to keep the
Yeah,
optics with the WWF aligned. We had a segment after that where the cruiserweights went back and forth talking to one another, kind of setting up more for the three-way that's gonna happen here at the pay-per-view. Mark Jindrak went to a double DQ with Little Guido because Jerry Lawler interrupted. I remember that was our big Lawler angle because we need to get a segment here afterwards where Shane. Uh,
yeah. Jerry's just like, I'm gonna fuck up your show until you give me my match.
yeah, so Shane kind of goes a little ballistic and now he wants Lawler, and that set up our match officially for tonight. And did we have a? I feel like we had a stipulation on that match, or did
I
we?
think this one was going to be our normal
And
match,
then we were gonna have a still
and then
catch
we're
tonight.
gonna have a stipulation match down the line because we're doing such good numbers with Jerry Lawler that we don't want to rush through the feud.
Yeah, because we were we were gonna do something where like Lawler, maybe I might be thinking of. I think we were talking about doing like if Lawler, um, like if Lawler got this when he got to be on commentary or something again. I forget. Like there was something like that going on.
Yeah, except we want Lawler to win this month, so we didn't do that. Because
Yeah,
the idea was we're going to build to Shane beating him in the blow off later,
yeah,
which is when the stipulation was going to be like Lawler gets on commentator and Lawler commentary, and Lawler gets to have control in the company.
because spoiler alert, Lawler isn't gonna be commentating on Nitro Dough when we bring Thunder, and eventually we were gonna
Yeah,
have him go on
we're
Nitro.
eventually going to stick him on Thunder. This is kind of to give him something to do until we launch Thunder because we don't have a roster for 2 shows yet.
Yeah, because we're just doing Nitro right now, and we had
We need to wait till some of those guaranteed contracts with Warner run out before we can really start
we're
running on Thunder.
we're rerun on FX, I believe. Yeah, FX is right there,
Just-
and I believe
I
it's a
just mean
6 month
workers
contract.
wise.
Yeah,
Yeah, and see how amicable Sean is to talking with us after he comes back from his back injury in this fall.
yeah. Well, our base fin to start off with was let's see how 6 months on TV goes with Nitro, and then we'll go from there. That was kind of where we started it.
Yeah, because we thought we might get China, although that fell apart. We have a chance at going for Sean because he's not. His contract comes up when he comes out of injury. Not that those things are related or anything. Sean, you carny piece of crap. I like Sean, but he totally worked Vince there.
We have quite a few people on our short list. What
Yeah.
we might
And
even
then we have a lot of the people that are on guaranteed contracts with Time Warner that we can't negotiate with until those run out.
yeah, exactly. We ran a main event here just to use a couple guys that have great stats and have been performing well and get them some TV time. So we ran DDP versus Buff Bagwell. Unfortunately, Buff
Which
had the.
reminded us that we need to push Buff more, but we haven't been.
We've been reminded about that the last 2 or 3 times we've used him because Buff has been killing it.
Yeah, and then we keep forgetting because we think about what Buff was like in the dying days of WCW and we don't use him. And then like a month later we use him and he kills it again.
Yeah, so we need to actually find a direction for him. I think off air, you and I might have decided after that last session that we were gonna find a place for him, maybe in Eric's group. But I think we
Yeah,
mentioned that. But
we were tossing about Eric, but he's
I don't know
not
if we
really
committed to
corporate.
that.
So I'm not. We didn't because he's not really corporate.
So we still kind of have to find something for him. But that was
Yeah,
something
like I
that was
can't see Buff wearing a suit and acting grim.
no Buff's a gigolo.
Exactly. So unless he's like a himbo that somehow gets attached to the unit, I don't see it happening. And we don't want everyone in Eric's faction. We don't want to redo uh, NWO again.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, this got DDP a good win, and I had we booked DDP yet up to this point. If we did, it was only like
We
one
used
time.
we used him like once, but we've been focused so much on the Booker stuff in the main event, and it feels really mean to just put DDP on second.
Yeah. DDP is
I
one of
think
our top
DDP will
guys,
be
so he's
getting
kind of been
yeah.
pushed aside.
I think he'll be getting used a lot more once we finish the Lance stuff with Booker.
Well, he will because we had a direction we're going with a certain somebody that's gonna appear on the pay per view. But then
Yes, exactly.
to end the go home for Monday Nitro into this Great American Bash pay per view, we got the contract signed for the main event between Booker T and Lance Storm, and Lance Storm found out the hard way that he was bamboozled, and it's not a world title match he's getting, but a U.S. title match. Either way, Lance plans to walk out with a title, but he is pissed off that he was robbed of a world title match.
And he's going to take that out on Booker tonight.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But the one other thing, well, since I mentioned it, we won't do the woman thing till after, but we'll take a quick peek at what our short list is, just because, and then we'll go into booking, which shouldn't take too long because I have it written out most of it. Here's our short list. Not a huge list, but we have people here. We've got American Dragon, who of course is Brian Danielson. We got
Yeah, we have a direction for him even, but unfortunately he's locked into an exclusive developmental contract right now.
which expires soon. I think we can negotiate
Yeah, I
with
think
him.
it's like the
Oh, we
end of
can
the
literally
month.
negotiate with him now. I think. No, unwilling or
Eh,
unable. So we might have to wait till it fully expires then.
yeah, we tried to talk to him at the end of the last episode, but he didn't want to have anything to do with us.
So Brian Adams, Brian Clark, soon enough will be done for legal reasons, so we can hopefully get another tag team in here and bring Chronic back. Everybody's favorite team, of course, from 2000. We've got Dustin Rhodes on our list, who is actually unemployed, but isn't available for
But
legal
he's
reasons.
yeah, and I think his are legit legal reasons, not huge Time Warner contract legal reasons.
Well, he was in at the end of WCW, but I don't know.
Yeah, but
The
I don't think he was signed with Time. I don't think he had one of those huge guaranteed contracts because Vince brought him back pretty quick as Gold Dust. I think he just was in
from
some
World
like
2 he came back, yeah.
yeah. I think he. Oh, well, that would fit with the time they've given here, but I thought he was just under some drug problems
It
at
might
the
very
time.
well be too. We have Goldberg on the list, who has a little bit over a year left to wait out. But I mean, if we can bring him back, he's only 34. He'll be 35 then. We
Yeah,
can.
and if we can book him smarter than Vince, because he was not past his expiration date when Vince brought him in 2002. It was just they booked him stupid because they didn't know how Goldberg worked.
Yeah. We've got Hulk Hogan on the list. I don't think either of us really want to book him. It's just that we need names, and what bigger name than Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, it's WCW. If Hogan will come and work for us, we would be stupid to say no. But on the other hand, I'm
And
not going to cry if he goes to WWE and sticks them with his politics and bullshit.
and it also depends how hard he is to negotiate with, because we're not going to give him creative control or anything either.
Yeah, we're not doing creative control. Just flat out no.
Then we've got Double J, Jeff Jarrett on the list, who I would personally, in 3 months, love to bring in. So
I really want him to come in.
we really could use him for our main event scene. So I think both of us would love to bring Double J in and
And I've
stop the
always
flames of TNA. No.
yeah, I've always enjoyed Jeff Jarrett's work. Even in his reign of terror in TNA, I thought he was pretty good. Like the booking could have been better, but that describes all of TNA.
At least most of the matches were good, though.
Yeah, he can work.
I'd argue
He has entertaining matches. He's good on the mic.
I'd argue his
He
matches
just
during his
shouldn't be
reign of terror
booking.
were better than Triple H's matches during his reign of terror.
Absolutely, but it's not really a fair comparison because Trips was hurt for most of his reign of terror.
Fair. Joni Lore, who is of course China. I said that name weird, but whatever. We're gonna remove her from the short list now, cause yeah, we've got.
I thought, yeah, because she just wouldn't talk to us.
I think she would talk to us, but
No, it said unwilling or unable to
okay.
negotiate.
Because I think she ended up signing at the end of the last. She ended up re-signing, I think, is why. Um, Ken Shamrock is here on the list, kind of, a little begrudgingly, but he's a name. We could see what he's willing to do, and
Yeah,
2 months.
he was more of one of our desperation hires when we first took over to save and had no names, and it's like, well, Ken Shamrock's not completely busted at this point, but he's training for a fight, so we'll see what he's willing to do after his fight, because he could come in and be a solid name on our mid card.
I mean, looking at the estimated cost, I'd be willing to bring him in for around that.
Yeah, give him like a U.S. title reign or something. He's not going to be anywhere near the main event except maybe like one match, but
Yeah. Now we have
Nash is gnashing it up.
Nash is one of our top priorities, I would argue.
Oh,
To try and grab
absolutely.
off this list.
I think Nash, Hogan, Jarrett, and Goldberg are our biggest four for just keeping the feel of, and Sting are like the big five for keeping the feel of WCW.
Yeah, well, there's somebody else you kind of left out there that we'll get to here soon, but uh, Norman Smiley.
Oh yeah, Flair, but I mean, Flair had been sidelined largely by the end of WCW's run, so it doesn't. Obviously, we want to get him,
Yeah,
but it's not like it's going to feel like a huge break in continuity if he goes to the Fed.
no,
Because they weren't using him much.
I've already got some ideas in my head personally if we do
Oh,
grab him, but
I will use the hell out of him if we can get him.
yeah,
But I just mean like it's not continuity. It's almost like reintroducing him.
yeah, exactly.
We can try to get Norman Smiley tomorrow.
Yeah, we can literally try after the pay-per-view to get Norman Smiley. I think there's somebody else that's like right about to be up on
Yeah,
this list.
because he still won't talk to us today, but he will tomorrow.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get him just to have another guy and somebody who's been in the company. Ray
And someone who's good.
yeah.
3 months out on him.
I mean,
That would be a huge
never a
coup
huge
if we
one for
can get
me.
him.
I mean, Ray is one of my all-timers, so
Yeah,
and also fairly
and we
cheap.
need cruiserweights.
That's pretty cheap too.
Well, yeah, because he wasn't really
He
a
wasn't
name
the
until he
big
got
name
to the
yet,
WWE.
I mean, just look at those fucking aerial skills. He's gonna give us killer.
He's going to kill it in our cruiserweight division.
Of course, we mentioned him. He's
I'm looking forward to booking him against Styles.
yes, Ric Flair, legal reasons for 4 months. For only 4 months is actually pretty good though.
Yeah, so we have a good chance of bringing him in for the end of the year.
We just gotta hope the game sends us messages to us. We keep a close eye on our people on here. We've got Scott Steiner, a little over 4 months. Actually, better skills than I thought he would here, so be a nice get.
Steiner was pretty good in WCW. Like, he fell off hard when he went into WWE.
Well, he had that
But
hurt.
even at
He had that hurt ankle or whatever that fucked him up.
yeah, he was hurt and he worked through it, and then he never really got back because I think he stiffened up in a lot of his joints just because he was so
He
big,
shouldn't have worked
and he
through that
was
injury that he worked through.
no, because he was favoring it, and that just made him stiffen up, and he never got free of it. But here we don't have that injury yet, so hopefully he can keep it up.
And he was very big
Oh
for near the end of WCW as well.
yeah, like he was still good then. Shane Douglas,
Hell, he's not
hit or
even 40
miss.
yet either, so.
Yeah,
And Shane Douglas is one of our least important ones on this list, but
he was another one we went for because we just needed to put names. We could probably take him off the list, to be honest. But
we'll
I
keep
mean,
him
why
here for
not try
now.
for him?
We'll keep him here, see
Yeah.
what happens. He's
See what
relatively.
state we're in close to a year.
Yeah, exactly. Uh,
He's cheap enough that it won't be a big deal.
when the baby's here, we'll see what happens. 9 months. Of course, the big weight, Mr. Well, not the biggest weight, I guess Goldberg is, but Shawn Michaels in 10 months, we'll see what happens if we can steal him from the Fed. I mean, one of the best workers of all time. We're not going to pass up on him.
That's the biggest game changer because we
That
have no plans for him, but he'll be immediately in the main event,
Yeah,
and we're not Bret Harting him.
yeah. No, we're not. We will. We purposely have no plans for him because we don't want to get our hopes of possibly getting him, and then WWF just signs him right
Yeah,
back.
I feel like the game might be biased towards him going to WWE, but since he is unemployed, it would be insane for us to not try for him.
Yeah. Sid Vicious is actually the longest wait here. No, it's not. I thought it was longer. I thought his was 2 years, but I guess not. It's only 9 months. Um. Okay. That I didn't realize it was that soon for Sid. I thought he was out till like '04 or something in this game, but I guess not.
It's another one that I don't really care if we
Not a
get or
big
not
priority.
anymore.
In fact,
He was more of a priority when we were starting out, and it was like, all right, who has name value that we can sign? But I mean, I'm not gonna say no to Sid,
yeah.
but I'm not excited to book him. He's just a
Yeah.
guy.
I in
He'll be
fact
upper
don't
mid
really like
card.
Sid Vicious as a wrestler much at all, to be honest.
Neither do I. But he's prominent enough that he'll be upper mid card. We'll do stuff with him if we can get him.
We've got Stevie Ray on here just because this was, again, another starter one, and we could play off something with Booker and blah blah blah. So, and I
Problem
mean,
is Stevie isn't really at Booker's level anymore. Like
no,
we
he
wouldn't
isn't.
be we would not be reforming Harlem Heat.
Not for anything more than a one-off.
Yeah, maybe as like a one-off nostalgia pop, but honestly, I see Stevie getting completely lost in the shuffle if we do land him.
Me too. I don't even know if we
I'd try for him because he's 42 and he can potentially transition into an road agent,
Yeah,
which he might be all right at because he's got like good experience and good reputation.
yeah, that
He's
actually
got
would be a
solid
good strategy.
psychology. So we could transition him into a road
And a
agent,
lot
but
of
I
our
don't
road
see a
agents are really old too, so we could use a guy that's a little bit younger.
yeah, I don't see us having a lot of booking
He can
stuff
he can
for
put some guys over
TV
pretty
now.
much. Will be his use.
Yeah, that's basically bring in someone that people have heard of to job and then work in the back.
And last but not least, certainly not least, another guy on my all-timer list. We've got,
Possibly the single most important signing for a WCW run if we
and
can get him.
this one is the longest wait here. The man
Yeah.
called Sting.
Well, I
Imagine,
mean, that's why he wasn't in early TNA,
yeah, because he still had the
was
better part of
because
2 years on his contract or whatever.
Yeah, and he wasn't going to violate his contract going to work for Jeff Jarrett's shitty startup.
No, if you didn't go to the Fed, why would you go to Jeff Jarrett's shitty startup? So yeah, that's our short list.
I don't know. We'll have to ask some of the luminaries they brought in, like Moondog Spot.
No, I don't want to ask Moondog Spot. Oh, I don't think he's alive anymore, but still,
I wonder what Moondog Spot's doing right now.
he's either
I'm sure there's a place on our roster for him.
uh, I
And yes, I am just suggesting that to torture you.
you bastard. I just realized Steen's a
Let's
freelancer, so
leave
we
my
won't
parentess
sign
out.
anyway.
He might.
He might. I will see. I don't know. I mean, it's wrestler freelancer. It's two, so I've never seen. I've normally it's just freelancer solos, so that might be a difference maker.
Yeah, I mean, and if he won't sign with a, yeah, that's the only time I've ever
Oh
seen
well,
those two
Brian's that
combine.
way too. Interesting.
I think with Brian it makes sense because he was all over the Indies back then.
Yeah.
Sting, it's a little concerning because he's signed like long contracts with multiple companies and he's very loyal when he signs with them.
Yeah. You might still be able to get them where it's the two, because normally there's just freelancer by itself if when it doesn't let you sign them. So
Yeah, and those are the guys that'll only sign with you for like 3 months and then probably won't renew.
yeah, up to 9 is normally the deal, or whatever. It's up to
Yeah, and even at 9, they get pissy a lot of times.
yeah they
I've
get
had multiple guys refuse contracts at 9 months.
well. I mean, like our 92 runs that we haven't, that are our personal runs. We both got Roddy Piper, but could only get him for 3 months.
Yeah, and then he just wouldn't even negotiate with me again. He's like, "No, I'm going somewhere else."
Interesting. I haven't gotten to that point yet, so we'll advance and start booking this Dane pay-per-view. Only half an hour in, but once we get started here, we'll probably be going pretty fast. So we use all these broadcasters because we want to be as. Damn, we have more broadcasters in WCW 2001 than I do in 2006 WWE. Look at this. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Fuck, I didn't hit the right thing. I'm supposed to save the selection, not hit the X button. There we go. Yes. Ta-da! There's a backstage incident. Also, there's absent workers. I think this is the wall in rehab. Yes, and, well,
Yeah.
that guy too.
Nothing we didn't know about.
Yeah. Incident involving Tori Wilson. Tori Wilson brightened the mood backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings of her colleagues. Tori Wilson has the people personality and currently has normal morale.
Maybe we should give Tori a win on the pre-show just to reward her for cheering everyone out.
We could. We don't really have any plans for the pre-show. I figured we'd probably give AJ a match.
Yeah, I tend to, when someone does something positive, book them to get a meaningless win, just to like reward them somehow.
Well, we do still have to build Tori and Maiko, so having Tori get a couple wins wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah, if I have to give, like, if I have a random match that I don't care about on my show or so, I'll just like book whoever was good backstage to get a win. Or if someone was being a dick, I might book them to get beat.
Okay, so for the main card that's set up, well, let's book the first. Let's book the main event first. Get the main event on here.
And the post main event angle.
Yeah. We have Lance Storm versus Booker T in a 30-minute Iron Man match. Is what we landed on because I have that in the notes.
That's hiding behind the match screen, by the way.
Ah, shit.
I could see you had it open, but it was hiding behind. I could just see the corners sticking out.
That wasn't in line either. Roster selection, that window, I would need to move that up to. I don't know where I need to move that up. Like
It's
that?
not the biggest deal. We're just grabbing names there.
Yeah. Um. This all looks pretty good. This is a U.S. title match, like we talked about. I do need to make this the Iron Man match specifically 30 minutes. This was part of the contract signing last time because we wanted a little bit of a stip on it, but like something that made sense for these two. Um, and we are putting Lance over if you have been keeping track. Which type of match this be? Storytelling or
If we're going 30 minutes, we want to do the storytelling.
there we go. And then we want Lance to get the win. We won't decide what type of win he gets. We just want him to. Should we say this is the blow off to this feud, or should we keep the?
I do think Lance needs to get one more shot at the world title. It can be on a Nitro.
It might be because I don't think we're gonna.
We're not going to do another pay per view with Lance versus Booker, but I feel like there's no way we can end the feud on a U.S. title match.
That's fair.
Booker, technically, Booker needs a rematch for the U.S. title at least. Probably more important than Lance getting another world title because rematch clauses are a thing in wrestling at this time,
Yeah.
and so Booker should have a chance to win his U.S. title back.
We'll see where we go with that. Then we'll say it advances the storyline. I
Yeah,
know it's not on the line. Booker T is unhappy. Well, he's gonna have to be. We can keep him strong, I guess. Lance is technically a heel. Um,
yeah.
well,
Keep him strong, and if he whines, we'll give him a bonus of $500 after the or $5,000 after the show.
okay, he's happy with being kept strong, so I guess we'll just do it that way.
No, we
But
don't have to worry about the bonus. Maybe like give him a compliment after the show.
yeah. So set up our after match angle. I guess technically we were gonna want Eric Bischoff on the screen too. We'll grab him first.
Yeah, because Eric's like the distraction. He walks out on the stage, and then Scott comes out of the out of the crowd, and beats up Booker.
Yeah, Booker can be left in the ring reeling after his loss of the title, and we think the show's gonna close, but it doesn't. And maybe Eric will put under entertainment, and he's just distracting at ringside or something. I don't know if he actually has a mic, but Scott Hall can be.
Scott Hall would be fighting probably because he's going to come out of the crowd and attack Booker from behind when Booker's looking at Eric. And then Booker on selling.
Okay, I had the. Oh, did you say fighting for Scott, or what'd you say?
Yeah, fighting for Scott and then selling for Booker because Eric comes out and starts talking on the stage and running his mouth and getting Booker's attention, and then Scott hops the barricade behind him and hits him from behind.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. And simply titled Scott Hall Returns. Scott Hall hasn't been seen in WCW since February 2000 because he got fired
Yeah,
for messing around with
which
that
is why
woman
we
on
were able to
sneakers.
grab him so fast.
Yeah, exactly. Because he was working in Japan. He wasn't doing any. He worked in ECW a little bit in 2002, but he's been gone from the big leagues.
And hopefully it works out better for us than he does for Jerry Jarrett in real life.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our
Because
main
I
event.
really don't want to have to fire him in a month.
Yes, especially since we actually have plans for him. Um. Okay, so that's our main event, of course. I mean, I can just kind of. Okay. Let's book what I think should be the opener because of logical WCW reasons. Let's book the Cruiserweight title triple threat match.
Fair enough.
Let me see how this shows up here. Rosters. If I move that up here, yeah, there we go. That works.
Yeah, now I can see it. It was just hiding behind before.
Okay. So, our champion is Shane Helms, and he's going to defend his title against Chavo Guerrero Jr., who was the first cruiserweight to get on a thumbnail for this series, because he stole the title a couple weeks back, or a few weeks back. And then we've got Kid Cash, who earned his way in as Kid Cash is technically the number one contender, and then Chavo wormed his way back into another match
Yeah,
for the
Chavo
title.
was just being a little bitch.
So yeah, and then maybe 12 minutes, or should we give them a full 15 since they're going to be working hard?
There's 3 of them, so I'd say 15 unless we're really tight for time.
Yeah, we'll do 15. If we need to change it, we'll change it. This is
Because that's only 5 minutes for each guy to get their shit in.
true. Cruiserweight champion Shane Helms is retaining because we're trying to book him strong for a little while here. Now, should they steal the show or should they do high spots?
Um,
Would we have any
I'd
other
do
match that
high.
would qualify for steal the show? Well, I mean, we don't have to use steal the show
Let's do
technically.
high spots for now
Okay.
because I don't think they have the psychology for steal the show.
And I will go in here, I think, and specifically say that Chavo is going to be the one losing here because he's going out of contendership.
Yeah, we're taking Chavo out and then we're doing just Cash versus Helms next
Yeah,
month.
we specified that we were going to give Cash as one-on-one, so that will give us the excuse.
This is just our match to pad this feud because we don't have a lot of cruiserweights with any popularity.
Yeah. Next up, let's throw.
So we can kayfabe it that Chavo and Cash don't, or sorry, Shane and Cash don't meet up too much, so it feels like you still want to see what they have to offer.
Let's throw this grudge match in here. Chuck Palumbo versus Sean O'Hare.
Yeah, that's a big one for this.
I'm gonna put the matches in the order that I have them, and then we'll switch them around. Um, how long do we
10
really want to
minutes is
give this?
probably fine for them.
10 minutes.
10 minutes is fine. They had no chemistry as a team. There's a good chance they're not going to have any chemistry as opponents either.
We need O'Hare to win here.
Yeah. This is a match that's happening because our hands were forced, not because we really want it.
We're just
So,
gonna leave this regular. Or...
yeah.
Yeah.
Give them the best chance of success possible.
There we go. I have this before the main event right now, but I have a feeling we'll be moving that. And
Although it might be a good cool to crowd spot
well, that's
before the main event.
I have it there for a reason because the match I have before this is the Texas Deathmatch.
Yeah, and we want the crowd to cool off a bit between those 2 matches.
Texas Death is literally a stipulation. I don't think we're gonna be able to get 20 minutes of them, so I'm probably just gonna go 15.
Let's try 20
We'll
minutes,
try it and see
and
what
if they
happens.
can't do it, we'll shorten it until they can.
Yeah, considering it's Terry Funk and Vader and 01, I have a bad feeling, but
I feel like this might be a 10-minute car crash.
yeah, possibly. Terry Funk.
But I want it to go 20 minutes if they
Terry.
can do it.
Cherry has the hardcore stats. Vader has the brawling stats.
That's why they'll do good. It's just Vader's fat and Terry's old.
Vader's going over. Sorry, Terry. Do you want this set as a car crash, or should we lean into the hardcore?
Car crash, wild brawl, or hardcore all work.
I guess we could go wild brawl. Although we can't go more than 15 minutes for any of them, but car crash. So we can try car
Let's
crash.
try it as a 20-minute car crash. If that doesn't work, we'll go 15-minute wild brawl.
Yeah,
if we get the agent
I
saying that
suspect
they're
we
going to get
will.
tired. I
Yep,
think so too, but yeah. All
I
right,
hope so
so
for them.
let's try 15-minute wild brawl and see how it
15.
shakes out. And if that doesn't work, we can try 15-minute hardcore.
I, I don't know if we
Because I
should.
think
I'd be leaning to the
hardcore is.
hardcore because Vader's hardcore stats aren't the best.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying wild brawl first. It's just
But
I think or hardcore is easier on the
it is.
body because they can use the weapons as a crutch. So it might be a way to get away with stamina, and hopefully Terry can carry Vader.
I guess we'll try it. I don't.
But
Oh yeah, hardcore works. I guess we'll do that then. I mean, it is a Texas Deathmatch, so that makes sense to do anyway.
yeah, and I mean Vader's not got garbage stats in hardcore. He's just not great at it.
Okay. And there is a segment, but we'll put that after. Next match I have here is Michael versus Stacy. I kind of put a good match and a cool match, and
Yeah,
so on.
I mean that's a good way to go. We don't want to clump all the bad stuff together, and unfortunately, we know this is gonna stink.
Stacy and
I mean,
Michael.
look at those stats Stacy has right now.
Yeah, I didn't actually look.
Oh, they're
Stacy.
they're they're abysmal.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, this is gonna suck. Um,
I mean this or this mod suffers from the same problem as a lot of them with the mod makers being too hard on the women. Because Stacy wasn't awful. Even in '02, she wasn't awful.
Stacy can't even do 10 minutes for fuck's sakes. We'll do 5 then. Oh well.
We might have to send Stacy to the power plant for a while.
Uh, then we've
Like, I'm
got.
not even joking. We might have to, because we do want her to grow into a bit more of a name in the company because she becomes a big deal in wrestling.
I guess this match will be going 20 minutes then. Um, our last match that we have for the pay per view is Shane McMahon and Jerry Lawler. Shane couldn't come out second. Jerry comes out first.
This is definitely going to be storytelling as well.
And 20 minutes storytelling match sounds good to me. And we're having Jerry win the first one because we're going to run this for a couple months. There we go. Jerry can't do 20 minutes. Go fuck yourself. Yes, he can. Have you watched the Jerry Lawler match? That man will punch until his night's done. And then the only thing missing for what I have notes on is good old Tommy's return.
If we're suffering for time, we can stretch the Scott Hall return a bit by having Eric talk more before Scott's ambushes.
Yeah,
Uh,
we might have to split it into
Booker.
2 segments that way.
That's what I'm thinking. We might have to do 2 segments and stretch it a bit.
Vader and
Because if we
Tommy.
do it, I don't think we want the initial segment, the ambush segment, to run a full 5 minutes anyway, because we'll get complaints that people got bored with Scott fighting for that long. Because of course it's going to think that Scott was fighting for the whole 5 minutes.
Yeah. I would hope these two can get away with, but they might not be able to.
I've never had a fighting uh, rating work for 5 minutes. I get away with it by changing it to entertainment. So I'd actually put both of them on entertainment and then run it for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Because they could absolutely brawl for 5 minutes and be entertaining, especially if they got into like a concession stand or something.
Yeah. Well,
But
we have a whole.
the game won't acknowledge that. Oh,
We
we're
have
fine.
time there. That's good.
I still think we split the Scott Hall segment into two and do like 2 minutes of Scott Hall fighting, and then like 5 minutes of Eric Bischoff talking to Booker beforehand.
I'll
We
just
could even let Booker get a mic and talk back, and then just Scott hits him from behind because it's not since he's distracted. We're not dependent on him being injured from the match. He can be up and talking back to Eric when Scott hits him from behind.
Eric Entertainment.
And that'll get us another high rated segment because Booker's so entertaining on the mic.
Yeah.
Because, like you, I'm a little worried about how the Texas Deathmatch is going to pan out based on the settings we had to use to not have it go only 10 minutes.
And then a 2-minute seg. Scott Hall returns. Which will be Booker getting that selling going. Gets so hard he does a spinneroonie, I don't know. And then fighting for Scott Hall. The injured Scott Hall.
That won't matter, though, because it's not a real match.
Yeah. Entertainment. I wanted to make sure I set those right. Okay, now we just need some pre-show stuff. So I ordered
I'm
that.
thinking 2 matches: Tori versus someone and AJ versus someone.
We'll do the Tori match first. Tori has abysmal stats as well, so might be another 5-minute match.
That's fine. Our pre-show can only be only half an hour. AJ's good for 20 minutes. Yeah, I guess you're doing the job again, Charmel.
Sorry, not sorry actually.
Jesus, Charmel was already 30 back then. I didn't realize she was that old.
Christ Almighty. Okay. Can we pop some kind of rating out of this? Just make this a friggin'
Eye candy.
eye candy.
This is eye candy.
What stupid gimmicks do they have in here?
Put him in an exploding ring death match. I think we just leave it as a normal match.
We can.
I don't want us to do like a wacky gimmick with no and just put them on eye candy. But I don't want to do a wacky gimmick with no build.
Oh, that glitched. I think it is on eye. Yeah, it is on eye candy. Good.
It was.
And then we'll just AJ, please save us. 20 minutes. AJ Styles.
It's a pre-show match, so it's not really going to hurt anyone's momentum. So we can just put them in with whoever.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh no, we're using cash on the main card.
Yeah. Do.
Guido?
I kind of want somebody who can match his aerial a bit, like go full on. But Greedo's a good backup.
Problem is we don't have a lot of like true cruiserweights. Jack Evans. I think we already did that, but we can run it again. It's a pre-show match, so it's not going to really hurt momentum.
It's set to debut, so he hasn't been used it yet. We can just do that. Why not?
It's a pre-show match. We don't need a storyline to it.
Jack Evans
They're just to
doesn't
go out
need
there
to
and
win in his debut.
It's not even like a canon debut.
Yeah.
It's a dark match.
High spots. I don't trust Jack Evans with Steal the Show, no offense.
Yeah.
There we go. I need to make this pre-show. Oh, go fuck yourself, Johnny Ace. In more ways than one. 15. There we go. Okay, now we can run this. Might as well do it right away.
Yep.
You know what? Could have been worse. I'll take that.
35 for two largely unknown cruiserweights is about as good as I could have
They both
hoped.
got a hot new move. That's great. Like Jack Evans' gimmick got a rating of great. Let's see what he get.
We might
Large
have to
boost in
use
star quality.
Jack a little more.
Oh fuck, we didn't set it to be in Texas. Whoops. We'll pretend we did.
This is Texas. It's Madison Square Garden in Austin.
Yeah, exactly. Haven't you guys heard of it? I can't. That was the gist, and then I forgot to actually set that. Whoops. Whatever. You guys got told what the idea was. I don't. It's whatever. I mean, at least we
Oh look,
sold out Madison Square Garden.
Paisley versus Tori sucked, like we expected.
Yeah.
Oh, and we heard our Miko angle.
Yeah. I should have taken Paisley out of the me. Uh, in a poor match, but it got a 50. So
We got a 50 despite it being bad. So
Kid Cash actually had the best performance, and even though it was a poor match, it gained heat for the storyline. So I mean, and he pinned
that
Chavo
can
with a
happen.
very
I've
sick.
seen bad matches that people have loved.
And this was defense number 4 for Shane Helms with the cruiserweight title. Okay.
I'm glad we opened the show with a 50. I was worried this match wouldn't get it. Huh? Well, we knew this was going to go well.
Yeah. God damn.
Maybe we should have put this on first.
May if it wasn't for the cruiserweights being cruiserweights, I would have put this on first. But I was, yeah. I mean, we still could have.
We might need to break away from the WCW model because at this point, we don't have the talent in the cruiserweights to pop the crowd at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, we probably should have put this on first, but whatever. At least this gave an important second match.
Yeah.
And Jerry won with his pile driver. Straight up win. We didn't put any gimmick wins for anybody, any cheap wins or anything. Excuse me. We didn't really need them on this show. Yeah.
That's actually later in the show, Jaron.
Oh, this did shockingly okay. Wait, Stacy got a 30. Okay. No, Stacy doesn't need to go to the power plant. We're okay.
But those wrestling stats, I guess she's still doing all right. Or had the carry job of the century.
Yeah, but we haven't gotten a note about maybe Stacy just has really good psychology or something.
For some reason, the valet that's in her second year as an active wrestler has amazing psychology.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stranger things have happened.
I'm just trying to come up with excuses, and we got gain heat back for the storyline, so that's good. But Maiko got a good victory on pay-per-view here. Okay, I was worried this was gonna do worse, so I'll take a 54 on this. Vader
This is about what I was expecting it to be in.
Vader wins the Texas Deathmatch.
Oh, and it could have been better. Vader was off his game.
Yeah. Vader got a 52 off his game. Okay, Vader, you're doing okay. I was worried you wouldn't be.
You were worried about his hardcore stats, and he beat Terry Funk and was off his game when he did so.
Yeah. In the storyline.
His hardcore doesn't just draw on the hardcore stat, it draws on brawling and stuff too.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact breakdown, but it's more than one
That's
stat.
why I was worried. I didn't know the breakdown. And this got a 55, so one better than the match. So I'll take that.
Especially because Vader was stuck without a script. I usually just power through people being bad without a script because they're not going to get better. I don't like scripting people either, and they're not going to get better if they're not forced to do it.
So Tom,
And
yeah.
some people will cheat by having Tommy off script and Vader on script, but then you get error message or red messages because Vader doesn't know how to deal with Tommy saying something that he wasn't prepared for. So
Yeah.
it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I'm not scripting everyone.
Yeah, true. Um, Tommy return has a cast on his arm because we had the injury angle. And kind of gets a little bit of vengeance on Vader. Vader is beat up from his Texas Deathmatch, so he doesn't necessarily flee, so to say, but he gets out of there for his just being smart. He just had a match. Tommy is
Yeah,
fired
and
up.
Tommy has a weapon stuck to his arm
Exactly. So yeah.
because 100% Tommy's throwing in shots with that
Oh, definitely.
cast.
He's throwing in shots so hard that of course we have a gimmick cast. It's a kayfabe injury, but
Yeah, that'll break.
he's throwing shots so hard we're starting to see like his pieces crack off of the cast.
Yeah, it breaks the cast on Tommy's on Vader's head because we're not paying to get a gimmick cast put on Tommy's arm for him to not break it.
Exactly. This is a big moment. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't expect this to do so well. We got a 50 on Chuck Palumbo versus Sean O'Hare. Sean O'Hare goes over here, hits him with the senton bomb. They didn't get any bad fins with their chemistry, so these guys can work against each other, just not with each other.
Yeah, and Sean invented a new move.
Yeah. So
We're definitely gonna have to do more with Sean.
yeah, and we were gonna write Chuck Palumbo off and bring him back after a few months or whatever. Sean is gonna get used. They both got the exact same rating. These two
Yeah,
can. We're gonna have to build
I
both
think we
these
might have
guys.
to rethink the writing Chuck off.
We might. I mean, we didn't do an angle here to properly write him off anyway, so we don't have to.
No, the idea was just that Chuck was going to disappear for a while because we
And
were
we were gonna bring
expecting
him
bad
back with more of his
performances.
badass gimmick.
We might have to just do the transition on air though, because if he's pulling out these kind of performances on a like relatively heatless match,
Yeah. No, we shit.
I mean, we've been running an angle, but no one cared after their tag
I
performance.
genuinely expected us to get like a 32. I'm shocked
So
at how
did
good
I
this did.
actually.
Okay. It's pretty sweet actually. Next up is our main event. Lance Storm and Booker T going 30 minutes Iron Man match. And holy shit, Lance Storm beat Booker T for the US title by 2 falls to 1, so we squeaked it out. Lance
I'm
Storm
really glad we have some segments after this match.
Lance Storm is the new WCW United States champion, and Booker T is no longer a double champion.
This match did way worse than I
Which
expected.
which was the whole goal. Nah, I expected around a 70, so this is on par for what I expected.
Yeah, I was hoping for in the 70s, like actual green numbers.
Yeah,
The score in the 60s is disappointing.
these two have had these two are good together, but not great together.
Yeah, we're uh Chuck is the face.
Yeah, Chuck's the face. Sean O'Hare's the heel. Sean turned on Chuck. They were both technically
We're
faces
gearing
for some
up.
reason.
We're gearing up Sean to
Sean is already in
side with
Eric's group.
yeah, he's siding with Eric Bischoff.
Eric had been hyping him up before on 2 weeks ago on Nitro and stuff and everything. So yeah,
We're definitely blowing off the rematch on Nitro and just getting this feud over with if they're only doing 68s on the
well,
match.
that's they didn't have the best performance the first. This in my head, this was gonna be their last match for now, and we were gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
But
I think we just need to do one more because there is the rematch clause.
yeah,
We need to at least do a segment where we get out of it, if not a full-on match.
yeah, we'll figure it out. But of course, after this, yikes, Mike Tenay.
Here we go. These are the kind of ratings we needed.
But yeah, this was really good though. This is great. Eric and Booker just Eric comes out and I don't know, pardon me, Booker or something. I don't know. And
Yeah,
Booker's
it's Eric
pissed
Bischoff
off.
and Booker T. Of course, Tanay couldn't keep pace. I'm not surprised that he got weak commentary on that.
Booker's pissed because he just lost his title. Was like, "What the hell are you doing out here?" Oh, Booker got a hot catchphrase. That's good. Blah blah blah. And then of course Scott Hall returns. Initial rating very good for his gimmick. Scott Hall is back. Obviously has aligned himself with Eric Bischoff's Fixers group. And yeah.
And that was with Scott being
Oh
penalized
shit.
for
Oh
his
shit.
alcoholism.
Oh no. Yeah. Uh, well,
And there's nothing we can do to get rid of the personal issues faster. We just have to ride it out.
losses damage popularity more than usual.
But that's all right. We're not planning on him losing much.
No, he'll only lose when it
Yeah, I
makes
think
sense.
Chuck's just gonna float around the mid card a bit.
Well, we were gonna try to use both Chuck and Sean, with Sean being the one we're more focused on. But we did come up with a plan for Chuck a bit too. So, but we'll see how that works out. Lost popularity in 2 regions, got 68 overall, but we increased in 15 regions, and we would have gained in one Canadian region that was restricted, which is probably the Maritimes.
Yeah, we didn't lose much popularity, given that our matches weren't ideally placed. Like we
Um,
probably should have, if we didn't have the angle. Definitely Booker.
Booker, praise for a great performance.
Yeah, we could try that. I've
Where
never had much luck with that, so I tend to forget it's an option, but we could try it.
you know what? Kid Cash, comment on good performance. He was the best in that cruiserweight match.
Yeah.
And we'll give Scott a hug.
Maybe give him some encouragement. Try to get him out of his personal issues faster, because, like Jaron suggested, we can ask him to stop drinking. But I don't see that working. But if we hype him up, maybe at least he'll stop letting it impact him.
Everybody seem pleased. The show will end here. Oh, we have some. Billy Silverman, we need to renew him. BCW is trying to extend Tommy, but I'm sure they don't contend with us. We probably don't have to worry. We'll have to make sure it is
We
only
definitely have to
restricted.
renew Buff.
Buffs is ending. The Walls is ending. We haven't even got to use him yet. Scott Hudson is ending. I kind of don't care about that, to be honest. Um, Reno. Oh no, not Reno. Kaz Hayashi, Kid Romeo.
Oh,
Oh shit. That's why
the
we
day
couldn't
we could
talk to
talk.
him, because it's a developmental of WWF.
Yeah, and
I need to get rid of some of these messages. I won't yet. Eric Bischoff opinion. What's your opinion? Tori Wilson doesn't get it. Okay. Poor Tori. What's the Bash pay-per-view buys / viewing record? Almost 700,000. We'll take that. Bash importance. After the last show, Great American Bash had a rise in importance. It is now rated as an above-average event. Cool. Sweet.
wait, that's pretty good for a mediocre Bash.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it was great for a pay per view. Like a lot of stuff did good, but not as nice as I wanted it to.
What haven't I clicked on? Just click on everything. Probably some of the Romeo and Kaz stuff. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Billy Silverman? No. Okay. I don't know what I haven't clicked on. Did I get it? Fuck hell.
Maybe just delete all.
Eh. Well, before we delete all, let's look at Tommy. Make sure it's only a handshake deal he's getting offered. Handshake. Yeah, okay, if it's only a handshake, we don't have to worry. Tommy almost is somebody we should have on exclusive, but We'll learn our lesson the hard way, I think.
I'm alright with him working other places as well. I think he's going to prioritize us over.
Billy Silverman. I'm alright giving a referee an exclusive because we need to make sure we have enough refs.
Yeah. We
Uh,
might have to do that at some point for Jerry's angle, but I'm not a big fan of giving Brian Lawler cocaine money.
he's
Or
still in the set
really.
at this point, so I think.
Oh, well, then we can't even bring him in.
Bagwell, we're literally just talking about how well he's been doing, so we'll offer
We're
him something.
definitely giving Buff new contract.
We'll give him a couple of years. We won't go
Yeah,
3.
don't go crazy. He does have a pretty major fall off in real life, so
And then the Wall. We'll give the Wall a chance.
give him a year.
Give him a year.
See how he does. His stats aren't amazing.
Is that 700 per month or 87? Okay, I couldn't. My number was glitched. It's gonna be like, he only wants 700. That would be crazy. Scott Hudson. Honestly, should we just let him fade away?
I don't care about Scott Hudson. Are we even using him for anything?
Not right now. He could have been. We could have thrown him with Lawler on Thunder, but we could just get somebody else that's better.
You know what? Let's renew him for a year in case we can't get someone better when we want to do Thunder, because I don't like a solo Lawler booth.
Yeah, I mean, we'll give him a year. I'm fine with giving him a year. I don't want to give him longer because we might be able to.
No, I want to replace him, but you're right. We do need an play-by-play guy for
We'll do this
Thunder when
now,
we
then we'll
launch it.
look at the woman real fast. Do we want Reno? Like, are we ever gonna use them? Let's look at his
Maybe to
stats.
lose. I
He's got fine stats. He's got a good reputation.
his popularity is garbage.
Yeah, we have to build
I
with the
don't
defense.
care really. Like I'll probably we'll probably never book him unless we need a random person to lose.
Yeah, I'm kind of all for letting him go, to be honest.
Yeah, let's just let his contract run out.
Kaz Hayashi, I kind of want Kaz. We'll give him a year.
We need cruiserweights. We don't have
And tag
a
teams.
depth.
And
Yeah, we don't have a depth in either division where we can afford to let people walk right now.
the Young Dragons are needed. We'll make the offer for a year.
Same thing with Kid Romeo. We
Yeah,
kind of need to have him, even though
if we had better names, I'd be fine letting Kid Romeo walk, but we don't have.
right now we're struggling to find people for random cruiserweight matches on Nitro as is.
Oh shit, he is willing to negotiate now, Brian.
Oh well.
We've got to try.
Oh yeah, they just made the offer. He hasn't accepted it.
Oh, and I don't even see the offer made here. Maybe it's because. Why is that? I don't know. Well, I mean, we're gonna try to negotiate for him though. We'll do a couple years. What are they giving him? They're already giving him 2,800, so we should try for a little bit higher then. We'll do 3K at the start.
Yeah, he's definitely worth it.
Oh, definitely, especially long
Especially
term.
since we already have an angle with him.
Um, as the freelancer thing's coming into effect. Well, let's give him 9 months then. Screw it. I'd still rather.
Even if we
I'd still rather only
even if we
have.
can only get Bryan Danielson for 9 months, that's still 9 months with Bryan Danielson.
And he might extend on it. So hopefully he
Yeah.
does if we get him, because we'd want him for longer than that.
Oh yeah, we want him for his entire career.
Yeah. Okay, now I can delete all. There. Okay, we've reached halfway through the year, so we've got our wrestler of the year so far as Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho. That's
I mean, given the state our company started in, I'll be amazed if we're in contention for any of these except maybe like Show.
I'm actually surprised that it's Chris Jericho. I thought it was gonna be like Kurt Angle. Because Kurt has been
I'm
killing it.
okay with it being Jericho.
Oh, I'm okay with it. I'm just shocked. I didn't expect it to be him.
Yeah.
I thought it would be Kurt
I
Angle.
guess the WWF has been booking him well.
What
I haven't
has
really been paying attention to their cards.
what has Chris been doing? Let's look at his match history real fast. The last thing that happened was him and Benoit teaming against
Oh,
Regal
that's
and
not
winning.
showing up.
Oh shit. No. Add window capture. There we go.
That's the one thing I don't like about this game.
Yeah,
Every single thing is a
it should
different
be
window.
made. Like I wish it was.
It's like one guy making it though.
Yeah, true.
Well, no wonder they're
That's why it's every
working with
4
Rigo
years.
and Ryan. Working with Rigo and Benoit, Taker,
I could have sworn
and
Kurt had the
Quiche.
best match history, but I guess Jericho's been killing it. So
95 Triple H and Big Show versus him and Taker in a cage.
that's crazy. On a SmackDown.
Couple of really good matches with Tiger Ali Singh, which is almost unheard of.
Okay, yeah. You know what? You are wrestler of the year, Chris. I'm sorry. I take it all back.
Yeah, you're pulling 80 rated matches out of Tiger Ali Singh,
His weakest match.
and
is
like
67.
everything else is like top name guys.
Versus Eddie in the tables match. I guess maybe because it was a
It's a tables match. Tables matches suck.
What the? Why did Eddie only get a 53? Did he get hurt or some shit? That makes no sense. Anyway.
We have a couple when we're coming up. Technically, Sean's on their roster. We're planning on stealing him when his injury comes out and he goes up for contract negotiation. We were trying to steal China, but WWF is has made her women's champ and is offering really strong new contracts to her, and so she re-signed with them and wouldn't even talk to us.
Well, speaking of Lawler's kid, we're gonna get to him. I see something down there, but
Looks like he's staying with them.
yeah, we can take a look at him now.
Yeah.
Company of the year, of course, is WWF.
So we could definitely use him, even though he's not very good, just because we do want Jerry to be a prominent heel, and bringing in his family is exactly the sort of stuff that plays into that angle.
To be fair, this makes sense. Team of the year is
Benoit and Jericho.
I mean, they were great when they were together for that short period in 01. Match of the year so far is
Angle versus Taker and Kane.
Angle versus Taker and Kane. That's why
All of those parts make sense.
That's why I could have sworn Kurt would have gotten Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah.
That I was shocked. Show of the Year day. That show was killer.
We'll find out when we look at the women after this. We're largely just ignoring the WWF roster when we originally went through this because we weren't in a position to fight with them. But we're in a lot stronger position now, so we might be able to grab some actually talented women.
Young Wrestler of the Year is Jeff Hardy.
Fair.
Veteran Wrestler of the Year is
Titanico.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I couldn't find the name at first.
Female wrestler.
Trish, no shock there.
Okay, fair enough. Independent.
I mean, if it wasn't her, it was China.
Blue Panther.
Fair.
Well, from Jerry Jarrett. He's out of here. Okay, no TNA. WWF rejection. Taka Michinoku.
Oh, we're grabbing Taka.
We're grabbing him. Is he able to negotiate yet? Yes, he is. There we go.
This is exactly the sort of thing our cruiserweight division needs.
Welcome. Well, shit, I guess we've got Taka for Shane Helms on the horizon.
And since he can't do anything until he's done with the Fed in a month, we still can finish our Kid Cash angle first.
Great American Bash. Drawn a lot of praise, considered great. Okay. Sunday Night Heat broadcast, Summer Action, Michinoku Pro. New Japan has an extension with Dr. Wagner Jr. Extension.
We weren't going for him anyway.
No. Grandmaster Sexy looks set to stay with the company. I mean, we can try for him.
See what they're offering him. 12,000. I don't want to go much higher than that.
They're only offering 11, 10-9.
11. Oh, they're because he's currently getting 11.8.
Yeah,
So
they're
if we
trying to
offer
have
him
their
the
go.
11.8, yeah, if we offer him the 11.8, he might actually take it.
Yeah, we'll try. If they get into a bidding war, we'll just drop out.
Yeah, because I don't care that much.
What do you mean you have a
It,
better
it,
offer from another company? We just saw what they're offering you, pal. Fuck it. We'll throw the offer
oh,
back.
I see. They're estimating we would offer him 11.8. He's actually getting more. He was getting 9 something before, so he stays with WWF and gets more per month. I was reading that wrong.
Tommy
Yeah,
Dreamer
we're not
goes
gonna win that.
away. That's fine. Extension rumor, D'Lo Brown. I wouldn't be against getting D'Lo.
No, D'Lo was good back then. And I saw a headline saying they might actually not be fighting with China, fighting to keep China. So
Oh
I
shit.
could have sworn she just resigned, but
China got no way. No fucking shot.
didn't they just offer an extension last
I
time?
could have sworn they did. Is
Well,
confirmed to be
we're
leaving. Okay, we're grabbing her.
we're giving her whatever she wants.
Less than 30,000. I'm happy with that. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Tell me.
exactly. And he fits into our angle with Jerry Lawler because Jerry's trying to make over WCW to turn into WWE basically.
So
So
either we're misremembering what happened with China, or they have like a set event of her leaving or something.
it's got to be a set event because we both independently remember her signing an extension.
Oh, Christian, I don't care about Christian York. Sorry, you're cool,
Yeah.
but Joey
Oh, we could bring
Matthews.
back Disco.
What? Did you say something? Sorry, I don't know. Chaz, don't really care. Chaz, S.A. Rios, don't really care. He's good.
Oh
We could
yeah, I
use him
just
in the
don't care.
cruiserweights, but
I mean, I'd go for SA if he wasn't getting a renewal from WWE,
yeah, I'm
but
not gonna.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna fight them
if he
for him.
wasn't staying, I'd probably throw him one for the cruiserweights. OVW
Yeah,
extension. Who's this?
Dean Hill.
Dean
I don't even
Hill.
know who that is.
WWF wants Spanky.
I'd. We might want to throw contract Spanky's way.
He's in the same boat as Brian. Well, I mean, we'll just try it. Fucking.
It doesn't hurt to try it because Brian Kendrick is great.
Oh yeah.
Just don't get him talking about his insane political beliefs.
Ooh, he wants a. He gave us a demand if we want him to sign that long. I could go a year less.
Go a year less.
I
I'm
accept.
not giving demands to someone with a height of 15 pop.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's look at the woman real fast. Let's go to workers and let's specify woman. And they can be from anywhere for all I care.
Um,
Maybe I should specify
Maybe we
that.
should filter it for people who can work in the U.S.
That's a good idea. This is why you're here.
We don't want to get excited for
Can work
like good
in.
Japanese wrestlers who won't work in the U.S.
Did that change it much at all? Yeah, it did change it some. Took some people out. So Ajicon. I mean, right away, that's a pretty.
Yeah, absolutely bringing her in.
And she's based in the Southwest. I mean, she's at that MCW place, so the Fed actually might be trying to work the way to her, but we can still offer her something. Give her a couple years as a free. Oh, she's a fucking freelancer. Well, we can still do 9
Give her
months.
the 9 months. We'd mostly be using her to build our women's division anyway. Because unless she like
Akira,
learns English and becomes a lot better on the mic, we're not really going to be pushing her.
Akira Hakotu, ranked
That's a
370 in the
maybe.
world. That's a maybe. She's only occasional at this point, though, so I'm not top priority
Yeah,
for her.
and 16 years of experience. Like she's Alexis is worth trying for.
Two. Let's see.
Because unlike the last time we looked at this, I think we've resigned ourselves to our women's division having to be a lot more developmental than we planned.
Yeah, we kind of just need to get who we can get at this point if we want a division. Yeah, we do have Alice in Danger. I thought we did. So we've got a debuter here at some point.
I
One.
think we were planning on after the show. Exclusively written to
Yeah, I
WWF.
just wanted to see how long it is. 2 years. Oh, almost 3 years. Okay. Never mind. I was kind of.
She just resigned.
Yeah, I was crossing my fingers that maybe she
I think it's worth throwing in a try for Amy April Hunter now. We wrote her off before because she had no popularity yet, but none of our women have any popularity, so
True. Fair enough. We're working with absolute shit in the women's division, so we just need to try and make
people who
anything
can
better.
work are worth it. And she definitely develops into a decent
I
worker.
mean, with that ideology, we might as well get
Beth?
Beth in here.
Yeah, let's go for Beth. We got
Bobcat, no
Shane's money
thanks.
behind it. Yeah, Bobcat sucks.
Cheerleader Melissa, I mean, that's your girl right there, so.
I sure.
And the
She's
same.
only 18. She's only 18, but we can do something with her.
Yeah.
She
Well,
definitely has the heritage being Arn Anderson's kid too. Like we can use that in angles.
I don't know who this is, so we're gonna pass for now because
Japanese, she's skilled, but we're gonna have the language barrier problem.
we've already got Maiko the build, and Aj is coming in now, so we'll pass for now. But we could come back to her. Deborah has 10 months left, and she's not good.
I'm
Electra.
not fighting for Deborah. Like if we can get her cheap, if they don't renew her, sure. But I'm not fighting for Deborah.
Francine, we have. Helena, Heavenly, not good. Jacqueline. How long's Jacqueline? Still got almost 3 years. Damn. Jasmine St. Clair, go fuck yourself. Jazz has
I'm
almost
pretty
4
sure you can
years.
find a video of that somewhere.
Oh, you. Oh, aren't you cheeky? Uh, not as much as she is, but still. Kyoko Inu. She
She's good.
actually. I'd be down to bring her in as another
Yeah,
Japanese wrestler.
I definitely would not complain about bringing in Kyoko. I'd say send her a contract, see what she wants.
2 years as a. Oh, she's a fucking freelancer. Well,
9 months with her and Aja could
yeah.
do wonders for our roster.
Yeah, it's still worth it. Let's do it. Lady Victoria, is that just Victoria? Or no, this is a different one. This is Hispanic.
Yeah, she's a lucha.
She's not that great either. We'll pass for now. Lisa Marie is the actual Victoria that I'm thinking of.
Yes,
Unwilling or unable to negotiate, so that's good.
she's tied up with a MCW for another
Fuck you,
almost
MCW.
3 years.
Lisa Moretti, that's Ivory. She has 3 years left on the contract to answer Jero's question. Lizzie Borden, no. Looney
She's
Lane,
not good
no.
enough to be worth looking into.
Luna Fashawn,
She's running out, but if we can get her for oh, she's retiring. Don't even waste
oh,
time.
oh yeah, no, not worth it
I
then.
was gonna say if we can get her for a year.
Oh, if Manami Toyota was an exclusive, holy shit, that would have been a game changer.
Oh yeah,
Kara Slice, I don't know who you are. You suck, so it doesn't matter. Rena Mero, that's Sable. Can't even wrestle, so sure. Charmel, we have. Simply Luscious.
yeah. I'm not investing effort into Rena Mero. We have people that I know develop into good wrestlers that
Simply Luscious stats aren't great.
not good enough when we already have a bunch of other people we're building.
Fair enough. Starla Saxton. That's Molly Holly right there. She has 3 years left. Ah, I would have loved Molly Holly.
Everyone just signed with them. Just out
Stupid.
of curiosity, what's Steph's contract situation?
We can
Oh,
get her
10
10
years.
years.
I was just thinking it would be hilarious if we could bring in Stephanie to pair with
Shane hires
Shane.
Stephanie. Summer, who are you?
I wouldn't want her as a wrestler, but as like a backstage character, she could have actually added a fair bit of value.
Sin, that's Miss Jim Cornette right there. Tammy Lynn Sitch, go fuck yourself. Again, something can be found. Terry Powers, Tori. Oh, that
Amy Sitch, despite her unappealing personal.
she's only a manager, so the only reason to bring her in is
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's exclusive manager. I was gonna say if she could actually do some stuff, she might be worth it for name recognition. But I'm
only
not
reason to
bringing
bring
in
her in is
Sunny
if we
for that.
had somebody to pair her with.
Can Yeah, like Candido or so.
Yeah,
Although that would actually be kind of cruel in 2002.
that's yeah, 2001. I did not realize Tori was still in the Fed at this point, but cool. Um, Terry Reynolds, the Tori you forget exists because you were like, oh wait, there was two Tories. Terry
Yeah,
Reynolds, not worth it. Tomoka Watanabe, all exclusive. That would have been a
she's
cool one.
worth it, but we can't get her.
Trish Stratus, how long's your contract? 3 years. Tylee and Buck, your
They
shit.
must have just set everyone's contract to start then.
And Frank King. To be fair, that might be accurate for some of them, but probably not all of them. I'm gonna save here, and that was going through the woman. And then when we come back next episode, we'll have a Monday Nitro of the book, a pretty important one actually. We're gonna have the TV title finals. We're gonna see some stuff. We're gonna see what happens after the pay per view. I don't think we have any other
We're
matches.
gonna wring the alcohol out of Scott Hall and make him explain his actions.
Oh yeah, let's see if we can ask him that. I guess while we're here.
Yeah, we might as well try it because that wasn't a bad idea from Jaron.
Lifestyle.
Even
Oh, that's the lifestyle options. I didn't realize what was under
yeah, I
lifestyle.
knew they existed. I've never had success with them, but
He is on all of these fins. Oh my god. I guess we'll try with drinking first. No thanks. Will you stop any of them? No thanks. I've tried.
that's
Can't seem to
about how
stop.
I.
I've tried. Can't seem
That's
to
about
stop.
how I expected that to go. But we're just gonna have to deal with it because
Yeah, fair enough. Anyways, everybody.
you know what we need to do.
What?
We need to grab Bill Alfonso and stick him with Scott Hall
Oh my
on
god.
substance abuse duty, just like he used to have to go around and keep Andre out of trouble. We're gonna have to stick him with Scott Hall and just,
Blow
if he's
the
going into a
top.
bar, hit him with his stick and drag him to his hotel room.
Yeah. Well, on this note, I think we're gonna end this off here. Hopefully, we'll be back with another episode of Here Comes the Money soon. Anyways, if you enjoyed this and are on YouTube, after the fact, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, even share if you'd like to. Excuse me. Sorry for the long hiatus with this series and the co-op series, but hopefully we can be a little more consistent going forward. Anyway, guys.
Although, given everyone's work schedules, I feel like the wrestling content is going to be sporadic.
Yeah. It's a little difficult with everybody's schedules, but yeah. Anyways, we will see you all in the next one, and peace out.
Have a good one, everyone.